grew up in Geraldine on a small farm up the Downs. On leaving school I worked for the Forest Service just in silviculture and eventually ended up in environmental forestry, which became DOC. And so part of our work was the headwaters of the Rangitata, maintaining the huts, and a little bit later on doing tahr surveys and animal surveys. So got to know all the headwaters of the Rangitata then, and then in 1990 John Ackland suggested to me that I should do a raft guide course, and the rest is history. Well, I think the big thing compared to other rivers around New Zealand is that the Rangitata doesn't run out of water. So a lot of rivers through the summer end up very low and become unraftable, whereas the Rangitata, the lowest I believe it's ever been recorded is 28 cubics. So a lot of rivers don't even have that amount of water in it to start with. So we're very lucky there. The only thing we lose is that it does flood pretty regularly with nor'west rain. So often we lose it at the high flows. Flows are so dynamic. It's better these days with good flow recorders and rainfall gauges in the headwaters, but it's a bit of a mission sometimes just getting those flows right. Like the delay in the water from the main divide to here is 7 hours, so pretty crucial for us to get that right. I'm also a pilot and have been flying in the headwaters of the Rangitata for 20 years. Glaciers receding is a very real thing, and so people are kidding themselves if they think this river is going to flow at these sort of flows that we've had over the years forever, because there's actually not much glacial ice and snow back there. So really now the river relies a lot on the top-ups it gets from rain events, and luckily the West Coast does get those rain events and it spills over there into the headwaters of the Rangitata. It's getting harder around here with landowners to get access to the river. Even where we've come today, this is private access to here, and there's not any public access to the river for another 50 kilometres. So I'd like to see a little bit more access to the river where we can get our kids out on the river and, you know, swimming and fishing and enjoying what it's got to offer. I remember when I travelled for 4 years in Africa and a lot of third world countries, and then I've rafted a lot of those countries, and I think for New Zealand still, you know, people would say if you're homesick, the one thing I was homesick for was to bend down by a mountain stream or one of these clear rivers and take a glass of water or a bottle of water and drink from the river. And so I only hope that continues, because I think that's you know, a lot of the visitors that we get to New Zealand are just shocked or amazed that we can just drink from the river like that. So I think it's really important that we keep that. You know, we've got something special that other countries in the world haven't got.